Hello, everybody. We're gonna switch our lighting around a little bit, so hopefully you guys can see a little bit better. Gonna wait a few minutes, see if we can get some people on. I do want to talk about Senegence's lip volumizer. You guys, so what I do, I put this on 2 times a day. I put it on, sorry, I have cords falling everywhere. I put it on, in the morning, and then I put it on right before I go to bed. And I just let it soak in. And my lips are like so plump right here. Oh my gosh. And it has like, my top lip doesn't really exist. It just feels like coconut oil on your lips. It's so soft and creamy. It feels so good. And then I just let it soak in. And then once it's soaked in, then I clean my lips real quick and I put on my lip color for the day. But, you guys, my lips, like, my bottom lip is so plump. Just the last, like, probably a couple of days when I've been putting on my lipstick, I'm like, whoa, I have, like, so much more area to cover than I'm used to. And my top lip is bigger. It's more plump. So I wouldn't say it's not coming up like this, right? That would look weird. But it is more plump and there is way more space to cover. And my waterline with my lip color is not breaking down as fast because my lips are, I could just swipe left to see if you, let's do that. I don't know what's happening here. Anyway, my waterline isn't breaking down as quickly because my spit's not hitting it because they're more plump. So luckily, this is not what it did to me because that would be terrible. But anyway, I have some on hand if anybody wants to try it. It's fabulous. I have a ton of before and afters of people that it's worked on, and it feels divine on your lips. I love having healthy lips. It's the best thing ever. Anyway, enough about that. We are going to do, from my pictures yesterday, the look that I had yesterday, I'm going to show you guys how to do that. So we are going to start over whichever side. You guys could go this way if you're more comfortable with it this way, or you could go this way if you're more comfortable with it that way. I like to go from my left to my right because I have these bangs and it's hard for me to get like my hair all the way across my head, kind of on both sides. But anyway, I don't know, I just choose this side no matter what. So I am going to, you guys have a choice. You can leave hair out in the front right here, like if you want to, and let it kind of do its thing. I don't know who's watching, so leave a comment so I can say hi, because it's not even showing me, it's not showing me like who's there today, which is kind of a bummer. I wish I could see. So say hi so I know you're there. Anyway, or you can totally take it and have no hair in front. Yesterday I left some hair out and it was nice. Like it was kind of just like leaves more of like the boho feeling, and I could tuck it back in my one braid and I could leave it out. I could kind of do whatever I wanted. So I'm going to show you how to do it that way, but don't feel like you don't have to leave that hair out. Okay. So we're going to start right here. We're just going to take a little section. Doesn't have to be anything perfect. I'm going to take my 2 fingers. I'm going to try and teach you guys like how to braid a little bit better. Everybody keeps telling me they can't figure out how to braid. So I'm going to divide it into 3 sections, And then I'm going to take my front hair and cross it over my center strand. And then I'm going to take my back hair and put it over the center strand. I'm going to take my outside strand, put it over my center, and now I'm going to pull some hair in. We're only going to do this a couple of times, I think like maybe 2 or 3 times down for this look. So you're just French braiding just a little bit. Right there is where I'm going to stop. And I'm going to just finish the braid down my strand. I'm going to take it all the way down to the bottom, like this. And then I'm going to take a clear rubber band and I'm going to tie it off. Just like this. And then I'm going to do what we always do with braids. If you like the tight look, leave it tight, okay? This is totally optional. You don't have to pull on it, but I like the more loosey-goosey, messy feeling look. So I'm just going to take the outside of the braid and pull on it. And do it all the way up the strand. And make sure you guys, when you put in your hair tie, that you make sure you leave enough hair down here because it will start pulling up from down here. And so you want to make sure you don't go to the very end and then don't have any space. Like I'm going to probably have to tie this one, but that's okay. You can just make sure you're leaving enough space. So we're just going to make this whole thing really big and messy. Do it as messy as you want or as not messy as you want. Totally doesn't matter. And up here where it's like in the French braid, I kind of just like to tug on the whole thing, make it look a little bit more voluptuous. And then just kind of yank on it. Do whatever you want. Okay, then we're gonna leave that there. Okay, we're gonna let that just kind of sit by itself. Now what we're gonna do is, for me, I have to, because I have all these really short hairs, like this hair doesn't wrap all the way around, so I kind of have to pull my hair a little bit weird. So you need to just decide, is your hair long enough to pull it all the way across your head, or is it a little bit short like mine and you kind of have to be creative? So what I have to do is I kind of have to flip my hair so that these really front ones are higher up here, because they can reach up here, they just can't reach all the way around the back. So just grab a really big fat chunk of hair, and so I kind of do I do a lot of hair right there, and then you're going to, let me get it to so it's not crazy. I'm going to French braid this. So I'm going to start with a normal braid, and I'm going to just take, and I'm going to come all the way across, and I'm going to do it all the way across the back of my head. Do you guys see that? I hope I'm showing you right. And then you're going to pull from that side. I'm going to go back to the back side again, and I'm going to come all the way from my ear, and I'm going to pull all the way across my head. And this is like a really big, fat, like, you don't want fine partings on this one. You want to do really, really big, fat chunks. Coming all the way across the back of my head again from the front. And we'll probably call it right there. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to just braid down my strand just a few times, maybe like to like right there. And then I'm going to take another clear elastic, and I'm going to come above where I braided down, and I'm going to tighten that. leave it a little bit below where the last chunk was taken in because we're going to Topsy tail it. So now what you want to do, hold on, I gotta see. You're going to you're going to get your finger in that hole right there, in between your strands. And you're going to flip your ponytail through, like this. And you're going to create a Topsy tail. It's just like a nice transition for what we're going to do. So now you have your Topsy tail, and you guys can pull on it. You guys can do whatever you want right there. And now you see we have all this hair. Now we're going to finish this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the rest of my hair. I'm going to make sure it's all back here. I'm going to pull it to this ponytail. I'm going to split the ponytail in half with that hair. I'm going to kind of dig my thumb through to create it into 2 sections, because now we're going to fishtail. So a fishtail is, I'm going to take my thumb and I'm just going to take a strand from, it's my right side, and I'm going to pull it to my left side, and I'm going to take a strand from back here like this, and I'm going to pull it to the other side. And you guys can kind of feel like the hair that needs to be pulled, like, because that extra hair is out. You guys can, like, when you're holding your 2 ponytails and you dig your thumb back here, you can feel which hair needs to come across. You can do these strands as thick or as thin as you want. You'll get totally different looks depending on the thickness of your strands going across. If you do thicker, it's going to look more like a braid. If you do thinner, it's going to look more like a fishtail. So, like, it looks a little bit scaly if you do thinner chunks. So we're going to just fishtail all the way down. I'm just digging in. I just like to take my thumb and just dig until I can find a nice chunk to get out. So you guys can see I just take my thumb, just dig in my hair to do the fishtail. And fishtails take a little bit more patience because they take a little bit longer to get done. Okay, I'm going to finish it right there. I'm going to put an elastic on this one, and then we're going to tuck this other braid in. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my Topsy tail. I could have done this. I can do this right now and get this, just work it into my fishtail. Or you guys could have done it before I fishtailed. Or I mean, like, you could have pulled it in to be added into the Topsy tail. I'll show you. So what you do with fishtails too, just kind of come in and pull at them to make them really big and fat too. Do you guys see that texture? That's just like a little bit different than a braid. So that, let me see, let me get that hair back a little bit. Okay, so you could leave it just like that if you want to. So you have your braid, and then you come down into a fishtail all the way around your head. Okay, so for me, like, I love the texture of this one, and I think it's fantastic, and I would, like, come pull out a little bit of hair on this side. I'd probably come back and bobby pin. I would take a bobby pin and pin just back here a little bit, just because I have those really short hairs. To keep it in place, I would maybe just curl this really quick or leave it, I don't care. Yesterday I had it tucked. I would come tuck it like right behind this braid a lot and just wear it like that. But I love all the different movement and textures of this hairstyle. So, but what happens is I get really, really loose because of this fishtail, so I don't love that feeling. So yesterday what I did, so if you have really long hair, like, this is awesome, because then you can just, your fishtail won't be super loose and you could wear that all day long. But for me, with like a little bit shorter hair, what I like to do is I like to come, so I'll show you. We're gonna come back to this point really quickly. We are going to do this braid down again, just a little bit. Sorry, I have to close my eye because I can't see. And then I'm going to elastic it off again. I'm going to, you can see I'm going to separate it. I'm going to get my thumb through there. I am going to I'm going to stick my braid through it first, and then I'm going to topsy tail, just like that. So now it's like stuck in there, right? And then what I did yesterday is I just come back and I take all this extra hair and I put it right up against that topsy tail. And I put it into a ponytail, just like this. And then I do that, and then I kind of like yank at my topsy tail, give it some like more texture, right? And then we're done and across. And now my hair is gonna stay tight across the back of my head, which, I'm like, gives me anxiety when it's super loose. So I like it this way. You could leave your ponytail straight, you could come in, you could curl it. I mean, you guys, there's so many options with this look. And like, I'd probably come in and I would pull this like a ton bigger now that it's in my topsy tail. I would just like, I want this to be super huge and like textured and just like that, right? And that's gonna stay, and then we have that braid on the back side that's coming across, and it's like a super easy, super fun look for you or for your daughters, whatever, for anybody. So that's the look that we're doing today. If you guys do it, post pictures, I wanna see. You also could, like, honestly, if you like that fishtail look, I bet, I haven't tried this, but I bet, watch this. Let's see. I bet I could fishtail this down now that it's in a ponytail even. I don't have an extra clear elastic in here, but I have a polka dot hair tie, so we'll use that at the bottom. And we will fishtail this down. Maybe I just solved my own problem. Because I love the look of the fishtail on the bottom. I think it is just like, oh my gosh, it's like the most beautiful hairstyle with all those different textures. So, we're gonna, sorry, fishtailing takes so long. And I don't think, oh, hi Emma, my comments are working. You guys, Facebook Live like changed totally and I don't know how to work it anymore. Oops, sorry. My phone is dying and my storage is almost full, so I keep getting notifications that my phone is full. And we're dying and all those sorts of things. Okay, so now we're going to okay, I'm going to finish this now so that I can pull it out. Okay, don't mind this hair tie. Don't tie your hair off with a hair tie like this. Oh, and we have to credit this look to, off of a blog that I like to follow her. Oh, what's her name? Missy Sue, the Missy Sue blog. She's super cute and does super cute hairstyles. So, oh, that's why you don't want to do this hair tie. I want to credit this to her because this is where I learned it. So anyway, you could just pull on your fishtail. Obviously, I got a little bit crazy because hair tie is crazy. But you guys, you could do like so much texture and just leave it like that. Like, so if you're like me and you have your shorter hairs but you want that whole hairstyle, there's a way to do it. I would kind of yank on this one, like try and get them a little together. I don't know. Whatevs. Do whatever you want. That's what's so awesome about it. So there is that. That's what we have today. So I hope you guys learned something. This should be good for people learning to French braid. This one's a good one because you only have to do like 3 sections of French braid and then you can finish braiding all the way down in just a normal braid. So I think this is good practice for those of you who are trying to learn how to French braid. And I know there's a lot of you because I hear from you all the time. So maybe give this one a go and see if you can even just get a couple strands in into the French braid style. So I hope you guys are going to have a good Friday. It's beautiful here in Denver. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are. And let me know. I just talked about the lip volumizer at the beginning of this. And you guys, my lips are like so plump and healthy and like it's crazy. And my lip sense is staying longer because my saliva is not hitting my lips as much anymore because they're like pouting out. So if you guys want to try some, it's awesome. It feels like coconut oil. I put it on morning and night before I put on my color and then night after I take off my color and go to bed, and it's fantastic. So hope you guys have a good Friday. We'll see you soon with another tutorial and we'll talk to you later.